Thank you for watching this regional forecast for the Northeast. I'm Andrew Pritchard, meteorologist from Nutrien Ag Solutions. So look at the hazards map right now, pretty quiet picture across the eastern third of the country. We do have a winter weather advisory in effect across northern portions of Maine. Of course, that has been the region we've been talking about over the last 20 days or so, picking up some of this snow. It's really been across far northern regions. As we take these northerly storm tracks, bringing in warm air to the northeast, and really talking about rainy impacts with each of these storm systems. Again, you can see that with the passage, or with the look at the temperatures here on this Friday morning. Got an area of low pressure off to the north, a cold front extending across the portions of the eastern core belt into the southern plains, where we've got our next area of low pressure. It's going to be kind of taking the same trajectory here, riding that frontal boundary, bringing some snow to portions of not only the high plains, but into the eastern corn belt here as we get into the day on Saturday. But again, you see in advance of that area of low pressure, plenty of warm air being drawn north. It's 5:45 in the morning. We've got temperatures in the 50s across much of the northeast region. Again, you can visualize that with a look at the satellite picture. Here is our area of low pressure to the north. The next storm system looming off to the southwest, the frontal boundary that kind of connects them here, running from the northeast into the southwest. You can see it once again when we look at the radar picture. Again, here's the frontal boundary. Here is all the rain making its way into portions of the northeast region with that snow possible off to the north. So we look at the next 10 days of precipitation, the departure from normal on the left, the probability of 3 inches or more of snowfall accumulating on the right. And again, you can just see the impact of these storm systems moving from the southwest into the northwest. You can just see the impact of the repeated rounds of showers and storms from the southern plains into the Ohio River Valley. And then on the north side, where we've got the cold air coming in on the backside of these storm systems, certainly the opportunity to pick up some significant snow across the high plains into the northern plains in the upper Midwest, and then also possible here across the northern half of the Northeast. But as you head off to the south, portions of southern New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, not likely picking up any significant snow from these storm systems over the next 10 to 14 days, but really just a reflection of the pattern. We continue to develop these cutoff lows across the southwest. We get little pieces of those breaking off here and moving across the Midwest into the northeast region. And again, that is the driver of the pattern, what keeps drawing warm, humid air northward from the Gulf of Mexico over the next 10 days. Again, keeping this area especially very active, but even seeing some of those impacts here across the northeast region, just not on quite as severe a scale. So we'll look at the next 3 days here. First, taking a look at the storm system moving through right now. We'll start off on Friday morning, a rainy start to the day for many across the northeast region, with a wintry mix off toward the north. Precipitation comes to an end, though, west to east as we head through the day today. By the time we get to Friday evening, likely looking at a end to the precipitation for just about everyone. The exception being off to the north, where we could be still seeing some light snow flurries even as we head into the overnight and early Saturday morning. Snow comes to an end, though, across the north on Saturday, leading to a quiet Saturday across the northeast region. Across portions of Pennsylvania, Maryland, getting into New Jersey, a chance we could see a wintry mix, some light rain or snow showers as we head through Saturday evening and Saturday night. But this storm system kind of quickly exits without delivering too much in the way of significant precipitation, leading to a quiet end to the weekend and a quiet start to next week. We can see that. We'll take a longer look here with the European model, getting into a Saturday morning now, watching that first storm system depart. Some light snow possible off to the north, but otherwise a quiet Saturday for many of us across the northeast. As we head into Saturday evening, Saturday night, we'll see that next storm system kind of sneak off to the south, being kind of pushed south by an area of high pressure. So this is the one that brought the heavy snow to the high plains, the little shot of accumulating snow to portions of the eastern corn belt, but kind of being pushed off to the south as it makes its way into the northeast region. So really a quiet start to the next week, looking dry as we get through Monday and Tuesday. Perhaps some light snow developing off to the north as we get late into the day on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then seeing a shot of cooler air coming in on the backside. We then have to watch the southwest. Here's our next storm system moving in Thursday and Friday. So really looking active as we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, perhaps even as early as Tuesday night across the northeast region. Looking at just the next 3 days, taking it through Sunday, this is where we see that chance for some accumulating snow, anywhere from a trace to maybe 3 to 6 inches as you head off to the north across Maine. Looking at the total liquid precipitation over the next 3 days, again seeing the opportunity for the heaviest precipitation off to the northwestern portions of New York and Pennsylvania, probably just looking at a few tenths of an inch as you head off to the north and to the east, getting closer to an inch of liquid precipitation. But once we overlay the next 10 days now, you really see the big impact off to our west and to our south across the midsection of the country, but still the opportunity to pick up several rounds of precipitation, especially as, again, we head into Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. The snow chance is going to be highest off to the north, with most of these storm systems bringing in warmer temperatures. Much of the northeast going to be looking at the opportunity for showers and thunderstorms. So we see a shot of cool air come in. We're looking at our high temperature departure from average here for the day on Friday. And now getting into Saturday, we see that shot of cooler air knocking us below average on Saturday. And then Sunday, we already start to warm up here, seeing those temperatures creep back into warmer than average territory. By the time we get to mid to late next week, areas could be anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees warmer than average, leading to some just really beautiful spring-like weather across the Northeast. Although, I say beautiful, even though I just told you there's going to be shots of precipitation about each and every day as we get into the last half of the weekend. So at least it'll be on the warm side. If you're ready for winter to depart, we're not talking about any kind of sudden return to widespread cold temperatures or heavy snow across the region. That's going to be a rainy but warmer pattern as we head into the end of next week. And you can see that once again. We'll look at those high temperatures over the next 7 days, watching that cooler shot of air come in here over the weekend. But by the time we head into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you're already seeing across almost the entire eastern half of the country, those warmer temperatures begin to creep back north. Parts of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, maybe even Massachusetts, that far north, portions of southern New York, talking about temperatures in the 60s, maybe close to 70 degrees by the end of next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Be well. We'll talk to you again on Monday.